can't remember. It's been so long.
Yeah.
But yeah, we don't have to start on this. I just figured we'll flow into something else. But like,
No, I don't care.
if he's so
Who's he?
popular, Dirk.
Well, no, you didn't even say. This podcast is gonna start like.
yeah, he's gonna start.
Are you trying to be
we're
mysterious?
We're talking about
Is this
Jimmy
a novel?
from Degrassi.
It was gonna come out. I was gonna say it eventually.
3 non-fans of
Oh,
Drake
should we
praising
ru-
Drake right now. For
Should
some
we run
reason.
AC? Is it ever? It's never been an issue audio wise.
Are you warm? Are you toasty
I'm gonna.
already?
I'm gonna be.
Yeah, he's
I'm
gonna.
be.
He's
I don't
gonna
care.
lose it.
I'm not gonna lose. I'm gonna lose it.
I can tell you're turning red already.
What is my version?
You
of
already are
losing it?
slowly losing it. Just because I suggested you might lose it, you started to lose it.
What is my version of losing it?
Dude, you're gonna punch holes in this wall.
Yeah, you got slick back hair now. I feel like you're
Yeah.
a greaser.
No, it's the headphones. You want me to?
You're a greaser.
How about that?
You look like you're coming after
No,
me
I don't
for
like
my
that.
dad.
That's
Yeah,
uncomfortable.
I don't like that. Now you look like a bully in an early '90s movie.
That was kind of Keanu Reeves' haircut for a while.
It
that
was,
he had
yeah,
going
very
there.
Sean Hunter of you.
Honestly, everything we're comparing to is a compliment. I called you Gerard
Yeah, yeah.
Butler earlier than Keanu Reeves.
Yeah.
You might look great.
I've been working.
Wait, are we gay? Are
Yeah.
we really into you
I've
right
been
now?
working out like,
like you.
crazy, and I haven't lost really any weight.
Me
What
too.
have you been eating?
I've been eating pretty
Pussy.
good.
That's what you
Okay,
gotta stop.
okay.
You gotta stop eating, dude.
No, I've been doing 6 miles a day on the treadmill.
That's
Oh, wow.
why.
What do you mean, why?
I have
Why-
a, I
you
have
gotta
a
lift,
gut.
you gotta
I
hit.
got a gut, and I want to get rid of it.
Well, do crunches.
Yeah, but I want to be like, I don't care about the physical appearance so much. I care more
No.
about being in shape.
Okay.
If that makes sense, like aerobically.
We just got to do like a vast.
But you're right, I should be
range
doing
of
more
physical
stomach
things. Because like I was just talking about this, that like if you do one consistent thing over and over, like your body gets good at doing that. But
Yeah.
like there's like I was just telling this, my buddy is like a cyclist. He does
Yeah.
like 80-mile rides all the time.
Yeah.
And we were going to this a trampoline park where you just jump around for what, and I was like, dude, you're gonna die in like a half hour if you go too hard. And he's like, no, I'm super in shape. And then of course,
Yeah.
because you're just using different parts of your body.
No, it's totally different. It's
and so
totally
if you
different.
want your gut to go away,
you
liposuction,
gotta focus on the gut.
and then
Trampolines.
yeah, and trampolines.
I mean, when I'm standing up, it's not that bad. But like when I'm hunched over like this, I'm just looking at the.
Yeah, but even skinny people have guts when
You
they're sitting
prefaced
down.
this whole thing by saying you didn't care about the appearance.
Yeah, and
that
now
you
you're
wanted to be
staring
in
at
shape.
yourself on camera.
I don't that much, but I do a little bit.
You know you're gonna be in a movie where you're gonna be seen
Oh,
by
that was
tons
like
of
my
people.
fattest. I was jumbo bow.
There's
But you had
one,
a fishing vest on.
That's
Yeah,
true.
that helps.
That's true.
I almost
Yeah.
wore that
Jumbo.
today. Actually,
Yeah, you were dressed
You
like
were Jumbo.
I was jumbo.
you were dressed like John Goodman in The Big Lebowski.
He was. He really was. How did none of us notice that at the time?
Oh, I noticed.
Oh, fuck.
No,
I
I
didn't
think
even
we
think
talked about it
Yeah,
at
yeah.
one point in the hotel
Yeah.
room after like I had already shot for like 3 days, and then you show up and you're like John Goodman. And I was like, fuck. In the hottest room ever.
I know.
Oh my
You're like,
God.
you're dealing with this? And
Yeah,
I was
yeah.
like, what are we going to do? And you're like, ask for
That is the
another room.
dumbest shit ever.
Yeah. I
We
made
should've had
one
a-
phone call.
We should have had a camera crew just in your room.
The vacancy of that place is so open, probably.
Yeah, we're in North Charleston. You know how that's a hot spot.
Yeah, yeah. That's where they're all coming.
They were probably at like, I'd say like 35% occupancy at that point.
Yeah.
yeah, they,
And
they
you were
were
just gonna
running
sit in a
sales on
broken
their own.
hot room and
I
not
just
do anything
assumed
about
that
it.
was Charleston.
You could have had, if you would have complained the
You're-
first night, you could have had a suite to yourself.
Bo has a little
What is-
Christ complex.
What is the suite at that place, though?
There's
Oh,
an,
it's probably-
there's an extra sink in the bathroom.
Yeah,
There's
yeah.
a sitting room, maybe. Like
A quarter vibrating
couch.
bed for a quarter.
Are y'all
I
just
thought you meant a quarter of the bed was vibrating. What the fuck?
Yeah.
like
Sick.
so
Just
when
the
y'all
cock area, the middle.
when y'all go into
You
a
have to lay
hotel
face down.
when y'all go into a hotel room, I'm not that grossed out by the bed. Obviously, it's gross, but like all the other furniture is gross, right? Am I crazy?
I would suggest that the bed is the grossest.
Yes.
It probably is, but at least the sheets are changed. Like the couch, you can't change the
Upholstery.
fabric on the
Here-
couch.
no, this is the problem. The last people that were in the room, they definitely laid in that bed,
Yeah.
probably without clothes on.
Yeah.
The chances of them sitting on the other furniture at all are pretty slim.
I know, but
'Cause I don't ever
over
use that,
time,
like-
over time.
If I
people-
brought a
But
prostitute
still.
into my hotel room, we're touching all the fabrics.
Curtains.
why does it have to be a prostitute? Why can't you just?
Because
You don't bring a
because
nice
if I was
lady
there,
back to a hotel
yeah,
room.
if I was there with a nice lady, we're just gonna keep it in the bedroom.
This is the one scenario where you're touching all the
Did
fabrics.
we already talk about it? But how you like thought you were getting threatened to be murdered in that parking lot?
Oh, yeah.
We did
Yeah.
talk about it.
Yeah,
okay,
we
never
did
mind.
talk
Okay,
about
move
that.
on. Sorry.
I will say
It's been
this:
a while.
in hindsight, I do feel like that guy was just racist.
Yeah, 100%.
I do feel like when somebody's like, "You're gonna get shot here, bro," it translates to, you're crazy. There's black people here."
Yeah.
And you're outside?
yeah.
During
Without
the
your
day?
camo on?
Right? Yeah.
Wait, was it night or day?
Day.
It was day.
It was daytime?
Yeah, dusk.
Oh, so the sun, so it was about
Yeah.
to be nighttime.
Right when the mountain lions come out.
That's why he came out to warn all the white
Yeah.
people right
But
before.
let's
But
be
dawn.
but to recap, I did think that I misunderstood that guy, and I thought he was threatening to
Yeah,
shoot me.
yeah.
Right, yeah.
He did gesture like clack, clack, clack,
Yeah.
or whatever.
But- And maybe I'm taking his side, but that area was sketchy as fuck. And it
Sure.
wasn't.
North
it
Charleston
wasn't.
is not a great safe area.
It was mostly white people that I saw that looked very terrifying on that walk from the hotel.
I went to a Waffle House, and there was a whole diverse cast
Yeah.
of scary fucking
Yeah.
people.
But do you remember
The whole
people that
rainbow
would just,
gang,
You know,
rainbow
it's-
chain gang was
the
there.
people that would just walk out of the bushes, and you're like, fuck.
I know. Oh yeah, there was a white couple.
Were you
that-
gonna just do meth right in the parking lot?
Yeah, you gotta go to the
No,
bushes.
yeah, you gotta step.
Yeah, you're
off.
being so LA. You can't. LA, you can smoke crack wherever you want.
Not in Charleston.
Not in
so
Charleston.
LA, just
Yeah.
doing
It's
your
not,
drugs.
it's not legal out there.
Yeah, you gotta go in a
No,
bush.
it's not. We were daring just smoking weed in the parking lot. We
Oh,
should have
I didn't
stepped in
do
the
that.
bush. Yes, you did.
I hit it once, like the first night. I don't smoke weed that much.
I drank more
I was
beer.
trying to fit in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I was too. I drank a bunch of beer.
Did you?
I drank more beer
When?
on the set of that movie
Oh,
than
in
I
character.
have. Yeah. I drank not even on camera, really.
Oh, you're right.
Just as we were shooting.
You drank a lot for you, not a lot for Bo.
Well, that's true.
Yeah.
Well, for me, yeah.
yeah, yeah.
No, I
Bo's
drank.
like, you didn't even drink.
Well, you had 3.
Yeah, he's like, where's your pyramid?
I look at the cooler that I assume is all my beer and one's gone. I'm like, what?
You're a fucking alcoholic, Taylor.
Yeah.
These 8 are mine.
You really turned me around.
Yeah.
No.
Bo, has anybody in your family? It's been so long since I've spoken to you.
Yeah, no, it's
Has
been a while.
anybody in your family? Did they have bad feelings about Bud Light?
No. Maybe
Just because of the taste,
maybe,
but not because of the branding.
Maybe people on my dad's side
That you
would
don't talk to?
joke about. No, I would for sure. I called my dad when he was in Tulsa, which is where my grandma lives. And
A slut backwards.
I was so confused at that comment for a second. It's like my dad, my aunts. Who are you talking about? Yeah. So
Your mom's a fucking slut backwards.
my dad, or my aunt, my uncle, and my grandma and another aunt live in Tulsa, and so I talked to them while I was there. But if they were mad about it, it would be jokingly mad. Like, fuck Bud Light. They might
Right.
say something like that.
Yeah.
But they would, like, if that was all that's available, they wouldn't care. Like, they are redneck leaning, but they're, like,
They would still drink a Bud Light, but they probably wouldn't vote for the rights of
I like how
trans
Bo
Yeah,
answered.
yeah.
Bo, you answer this question like I'm Charlie Rose. you like got very.
No, but they're not like the full kind where it's like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
It's not like that.
They
They'd be
didn't pull
like,
out their
"Aw."
AK-47 and
They'd
shoot
be
a
like,
case
"Oh,
of
fuck
Bud Light.
that."
They're transing all our children. That's
Yeah.
a new verb I've been hearing from the right.
Transing.
Transing.
But I haven't talked politically with any of those people in a long time. But I
Yeah,
I
probably
think
a good idea.
There is gay people on that side of the family, and obviously that's not the same as trans. But like they're pretty accepting for how redneck they are,
Yeah.
if that makes sense.
Interesting.
But my mom was pissed. No.
I saw the video of Kid Rock shooting the case of beer. There's like a breakdown
Yeah, it's so dumb.
that shows that there's 2 extra shooters on either side of
It's
him
JFK.
of the camera
Are you serious?
to make it look like it's more like destructive. Because he's like, you'll see things
So
like
you're saying
bullets
there's
that
a
are
grassy
crossing.
knoll?
Is this
Yeah.
Bawitdaba
That's so
Gate?
fucking funny. Bawitdaba Gate.
Not everything can be gate, right?
I think. Have you guys been? Are you up to date on Bawa Tabagate? Like, is that a dictator in Sudan? What is that?
Bawitdaba has
General
to be some sort of
Bawitdaba.
satanic.
He's the machete guy on the radio. And
Can we make Bawitdaba gate T-shirts? Because people would be like, "Yo, what's up with
There
that?"
was 2 more shooters.
I think people would read it and know exactly what it's referring to.
They would yell out to you at the airport, "Bawitdaba gate, dude! I love that."
Bud Light on the back. You got
Yeah,
it.
dude.
That would be
Yeah,
sick.
dude.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, dude.
Grassy Knoll, bitch. That's a good white rapper name. Grassy Knoll.
That's actually pretty sick.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go with no on that.
Dude, you wait till you see what I do with it.
Yeah, you match that with the right flow.
Yeah, dude.
That's all you need to know.
Dude, we'll start a group. The group is called CIA,
See,
right? That's the hip hop group. And
Wait,
then I'm called
crackers
Grassy Knoll.
in
Action.
crackers in action.
And you got
Please.
you got Grassy Knoll, and then who's the bookstore guy?
I'm
School-
I'm Magic Bullet.
Your Magic Bullet.
Lee Harvey,
yeah, dude.
Lil Lee.
Yeah, dude.
Lil Lee and Big Harvey.
Yeah. Featuring Jackie O. Yeah, that's sick, dude. Crackers
my
in
God.
action.
All right,
They call me School Book.
Any producers out there want to send some beats our way?
Yeah.
We will not do anything with it.
Bro, I am I am
Yeah.
a lyricist.
Magic Bullet. They're like, are you named after a blender? Are you a blender? Or is that a dildo?
No, the Washington team.
It's a blender or a dildo? It is one or the other.
It's a blender for
Yeah, it's a
sure.
blender. The Magic
It might
Bullet.
also be a dildo.
Dude,
Yeah.
I never thought of that they called that the Magic Bullet.
Yeah.
After the Magic Bullet theory. That's what they named it after.
They sure
That's
did.
right, Bo.
So Tyler came over the other day.
Jack Rubies.
And he was talking about the movie. Love you, Tyler. I'm not shitting on you. He was talking about the movie
You know I'm sensitive.
JFK like it was fact. And I was like, that movie. And I agree that there's some fraudulent shit, but that movie is such a fucking made up. Like, there's so much made up bullshit in
Yeah,
that
I don't think I
movie.
ever saw it.
It's not that. Yeah.
It's very Oliver Stone.
Oliver Stone is so hit or miss, and he's
Yeah.
mostly miss
Yeah.
for me personally.
And the movie is entertaining, and I like it as a made-up drama, but like so much of it is just like, just
Dude, I can't stand
grasping.
Kevin Costner. I hate to say
Oh,
that.
I love
I
Kev-
know everybody I know
Draft
loves
Day.
him.
Draft Day. I love.
I
Draft
didn't
Day.
see that.
What?
I'm sorry.
Oh well, watch it. That's the
Don't
old.
fight, guys.
Yeah, I'm not a huge.
See, Bo
cost-
almost lost it again, and the
I
AC's
know,
on.
yeah.
Imagine if the AC was
Oh
off.
my God, we'd be
This
out of
studio
here.
would be destroyed.
Draft Day is like shitty Moneyball with
I
football.
loved Moneyball.
It's like
Moneyball
a shitty
is-
version.
I'm a Pithead. I love Brad Pitt, dude.
If
I
you
do
like
too.
that, I would say watch Draft Day. It's like McDonald's of a movie.
This is the
you know?
worst pitch I've ever
Yeah,
heard.
it's like
for watching a
I'm
McDonald's.
just saying
It's
it's
really
like-
easy to just go get a burger and fry.
it's very
you
like-
eat it down. You know what happens.
It's
You
good.
throw it up. You don't get fat.
Just watch it.
No.
There's something about baseball.
Now I'm gonna lose it. Come on, man.
Right
What?
now?
Are we on? Yes.
You haven't pull it up. I just say you're silent.
Not even react.
Yeah, can we just play it the rest of the show?
This is now a draft day reaction pod.
There's something about baseball movies that
This is a football movie.
I know. I'm
Okay,
shifting
okay,
the
okay.
conversation.
The baseball draft would be the most boring movie ever. There's like 150 rounds.
It's just somebody's name over and over. For
They're
an hour
all
and a half.
going to farm league teams.
Yeah,
You know? Like one guy
The
actually
least
will
successful draft of any sport is the baseball draft.
I like baseball movies pretty much like across the board, and I hate baseball as a sport. Like
Sure.
I don't like it.
Do you like going to baseball live though?
We got to go to a baseball game. It was my first professional baseball
It was
game
fun,
since I
right?
was a kid. It was a lot of fun.
Dodger Stadium?
Dodger Stadium.
Yeah, beautiful.
It was a lot of fun
Astros.
for one reason
Ooh.
against the Astros.
Ooh, that's juicy.
Yeah.
But so my
I wore a
girlfriend,
brown hat.
my girl, yeah,
That was my protest.
that's true. It's like a Dickies hat or just a brown plain.
that's the one.
But my girlfriend got us in the Baseline Club, which is like a little special area
I know
where
exactly
so
what-
we were
yeah.
second row.
They brought you food, right?
We had
Yeah.
we got a bunch of free food, which
Yeah.
listen, I can do anything and eat some free food.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, yeah,
I
yeah.
had a great time, but I feel like had I been there, not
the stands.
not eating free food and just
Yeah, we were in
having that
second
access.
No, I think you would have had a great time because there's this weird mental trick that, like, a baseball field more than any other
beautiful.
stadium, yeah, it's got this cathedral effect where, like,
Yeah.
when you walk into, like, I was just in Paris and
Oh.
I went into the Notre Dame, but like, there's nothing.
And it really reminded me of Dodger Stadium.
no, I'm serious. I'm about to actually say that. As
Why they
dumb as
use
that sounds.
organs? They use organs,
But I,
not human organs.
there's probably
but-
no institution I hate more than the Catholic Church, and
What?
I was raised Catholic. I hate
too.
them. They're the fucking worst.
Mm-hmm.
But I walk into the church, and you can't help but be a little moved. You kind of clean up your behavior a little bit. You act a little more respectable. You hold the doors. You say please and thank you.
especially in
'Cause
Europe.
there's some-
Though, those are so old.
There's
Yeah,
some
I
kind
see
of
that.
They're
like
badass.
magic that comes over you, some kind of spell, and I feel like a baseball field has that as well.
Yeah.
I sound like Billy Crystal doing a fucking documentary in the Yankees
I-
right now.
Yeah, no, I mean I get that. I totally get that. But there is like
There's some kind of serenity that comes over you when
But-
you're in a baseball. Well, not for. There's a lot of cholos who
I was gonna say
don't have
it-
any
it just
serenity
gets-
whatsoever.
It does
going
get
through.
wild in there, but I had a good time. It was fun. The game itself was a lot of fun. Like they were leading and then lost the lead and then won. Like it was.
Yeah.
It was fun.
It
Yeah,
was it was off the bulk call
Hey, what's the greatest heckle you've ever heard
in comedy
at sports?
sports.
Do you have one? Because I have one ready.
Obviously, you have one.
Yeah, yeah,
Let
yeah.
me think on it.
I'll tell mine anyway.
What's your favorite childhood memory? Let me get into it first.
I was at a boxing event in Carson, and this guy yelled from the back, "Hey, stop getting tired!" to this boxer who was getting his ass whooped, and
fair.
it crushed so hard.
That's
Everybody erupted in laughter.
That's pretty funny. I remember when I was a kid, I was at some like minor league fuck, I don't know, it might have been like a indoor football game, the Predators in Orlando or something.
What?
Like arena?
Yeah, arena football.
Yeah.
What
No,
I call
just
it,
in a
indoor
rec
football?
center.
Yeah, see, that's what it is.
Yeah, don't laugh at me.
Arena football is indoor football.
Florida, I grew up going to a lot of weird sports in Florida. Arena football, highlight.
Yeah, I just
Like-
read.
What?
I just read the Hoax Beasley novels.
No, I've never read.
Fucking Miami Blues. You know that book? Oh, I just read that, and it's like tons of highlight gambling
Really?
in the background. Yeah,
It's
it's-
like the,
highlight is the shit.
highest gambling sport, right?
yeah,
Isn't
people
it
go
like-
nuts for it, but it's just Florida. I mean, for America.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's crazy.
Fastest sport, also, right? Like
It's the fastest
They're
moving
throwing it like 200
object
mile per
in
hour.
sports, I believe. Yeah, because it's faster than a hockey puck, which I think is second, or maybe a lacrosse ball is up there. But
It's the most dangerous
You
sport,
basically
right?
have this giant hook that comes off your hand in a like a lacrosse ball, but it's the size of a softball.
Yeah.
And you just fucking wing that thing. It's crazy.
Yeah.
But why did I bring
it's
this shit up?
Brazilian.
I think it's Brazilian.
You were just talking
South
about the
America.
weird sports you went to see in Florida.
But so I
You were at a
remember
sexual
going to
predators
this.
game.
Yeah, I was at a sexual predators game, and this guy touched me, and it was so normal. No, but this guy, I
He was
remember
the
this guy
mascot.
called out some like chant thing, and I remember trying to do it a bunch later at like high school basketball games and stuff. But he just jumps up and he goes, "Give me a B, B, give me a B, B, give me a B, B, give me a B, B. What's that spell?" And it just like annihilated.
wow.
Like, and the whole audience, like it was a fucking Bill Burr bit.
Was this the vaudeville era?
I mean, I was like, it was the
Babe Ruth
90s, so I
batting?
was like, I was like 7 or 8 at the time.
And you were like, "That's the best
but I
comedy
was like,
ever."
comedy is what I want to do. Like it was,
That's your biggest influence.
that was my biggest influence. Yeah,
That's your George Carlin at
the guy.
the highlight game. What the
Yeah,
fuck?
this is the most immigrant sounding story.
I think at 7 years old, I would have been like, "Fuck that guy." Actually,
know-
I probably
yeah, and then
would've
I heard
found
Mitch Hedberg, and I was like, "What the fuck is he talking
him.
about?"
Yeah, he didn't even.
Dude, Bruce Gray and I would when we go to baseball games, if we're like really close and we're by a third base coach or a first base coach,
We were by first base.
we'll Google the first base coach guy, figure out where he went to high school, find out the rival of the
Oh,
high
shit,
school. We'll be
that's
like,
funny.
"Go Duluth Wildcats!" Yeah, fucking Lawrenceville High sucks.
Oh,
and
that's
just
so funny.
Yeah. And what happened? You got divorced in 1978.
Oh my God.
And we just yell. We were trashing a Padres outfielder with such specific
Dude, they have it
information.
so hard already. How, you can't do that to the Padres.
So fucking funny.
Yeah, we do.
Oh, my
we would
God.
Deep dive them and yell very personal. No, we never cross the line.
That's so
Yeah.
fucking funny. That's like the type of shit you want to yell at guys playing like men's slow pitch softball or something.
Yeah,
like
yeah,
you
yeah.
really want to dig into those guys, but
We were like front row in the outfield, just destroying this Padres center fielder. And what happened was it was getting close to a play-in game for the playoffs. So it was like the third to last game of the year. Very high stakes. Dodgers and Padres were neck and neck that year, and the Padres were up like 7-2. And I'm not saying we won the game for them.
You
But we trashed that outfielder, and all of a sudden, fucking home run
Things
after home
started
run
turning.
after home run, and the
Damn.
Dodgers came back and won in the ninth inning, and everybody was just hugging, and it was I'm not even, I don't like either of those teams, but there's enough Red Sox on the Dodgers that I felt like I was rooting for the Red Sox.
Oh yeah, you're a
And
Red Sox.
man, it was one of the funnest nights of my life.
that is something to like be talked about. Like there is something about the collective joy of just something happening that you're all into. Like
Right.
no matter what it is, like
And there's no stakes. There's no societal stakes. It's not a political thing. It's
Exactly.
not. It's not
Exactly.
nationalist. It's just on that field and it's over. It
Yeah,
doesn't
there-
really
yeah,
matter.
you're right.
And that's why it's so nice.
I'm trying to think. Oh, another weird Florida thing. But I was trying to think of something like
Gator wrestling.
Yeah, Gator. So when me and the Gators is out there, no. But I was trying to think of something that's not sports, where it's like just this collective, like holy shit. But in Florida, everyone goes out and watches the shuttle launches, and if you're there close,
Fucking rednecks.
people
It's
like
going out there.
people freak the fuck out, especially if you're really close, because it's like.
I can't lie. Same with Houston.
I was gonna say you didn't do that in Houston.
You loser.
The Rockets and the Astros.
I
Yeah.
didn't.
At least
but
they don't name their teams after it.
Yeah, Texas is
That's
just
all we got.
beachless Florida. Shitty beaches at least.
Yeah, they don't say Cape Canaveral. We have a problem. They say Houston, baby.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
Let's
That's true.
Be
That's
honest.
true.
Yeah. Boy, did they get a lot of punnage out of that during the cheating scandal.
But then they're like, what do we
That's-
name the Texans? Like, it's every single team. Astros, Comets, fucking Rockets, like, and then Texans. Like,
Yeah.
Like,
They're
I
trying to
did-
mix it up.
I didn't like the name the Apollos, but like do something space
Apollos is
related.
pretty lame.
That was one of the three that were an option, but it's like
What about the Sally Rides?
Yeah.
Sally K. Ride.
The
That was
Houston-
an
Sally
elementary
Ride is pretty
school
sick.
in my area.
Yeah?
I went to Haley Elementary after Haley's Comet.
Oh, nice.
That's interesting.
Yeah,
I just saw
we're
this thing
obsessed
about.
That's all we got.
And you call him a redneck for watching the shuttle
Yeah, you
launches.
jerk.
I didn't go and watch it, but yeah, it is part of my culture.
Space.
We don't get it, but we like it.
That's so weird because like the state that you probably think the least of about like understanding space is Texas.
Well, you got to think
Why?
Texas Instruments. They have
Yeah,
a lot of
they're in
technology
Austin,
that helps
yeah.
with. Are they in Austin?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought they were in that
Yeah.
town Buddy Holly's from.
A lot of people that, well, at least one of the big headquarters is there, and a lot of people in my degree class, like there wasn't that many writers. Most of them go copywriter for Texas Instruments.
What's It's a college town that Buddy Holly's from. I thought.
I'm almost positive, but
No,
I could
I'm
be
sure
wrong.
you're right. I mean, everybody moved to Austin. Oh, that's like such a
Yeah.
tech capital right now.
Yeah, we're pretty cool.
Lubbock. That's where I thought they were. from.
Lubbock.
I have
There
a
is
friend
nothing
from
in
there.
Lubbock.
Shout out Glenn.
College, right?
Texas Tech.
Yeah. Red River.
Red Raiders, right? Or
But isn't the Red River rivalry?
oh, UT, Texas Tech.
Yeah.
All I remember is they just yelled "Texas fight."
My do you know that my uncle used to coach at Houston?
U of H.
Yeah,
Cougars?
he coached at Rice. He coached at
I went to basketball camp at Rice. That was
Wait,
my first
Was
really.
he the coach
He
who
coached
let
at
black
TCU.
people play? The Hi-Fi Super Delta
I don't know.
Califragilistic.
He's just a linebacker coach. He's not.
He's
not the head coach.
have you seen the 30 for 30 on the Houston basketball team when they were like letting black players dunk and stuff? Clyde Drexler and Akeem Olajuwon.
No.
Oh yeah, the Phi Slamma Jamma. That's what they were called
That's-
at Houston, and it was like the first time like a college coach allowed people to show their
Olajuwon was
personality.
at
Yeah,
U of H.
yeah.
Oh, I didn't remember that.
Yeah, it was Clyde
Interesting.
Drexler,
I mean, that's
Hakeem Olajuwon, and a guy who is better than both of them, but fucked it up as every 30-30 goes.
Yeah, there's always one.
Yeah, there's this guy. If it wasn't for crack cocaine.
Oh, it wasn't the guy that died, right?
No, he's alive. The whole 30 for 30 was
Oh.
like about them hunting him down to find him.
Dude.
To kill him?
Just because
Yeah, hunting was the wrong word.
Just be-
Searching.
because we were talking about Rice University, it just reminded me. That was my first. My best friend in kindergarten was black, but my first exposure to like being the only white kid amongst all black people was playing at Rice basketball camp, and I did that for like 3 years. But the first time I went, I was probably in like 4th grade, something like that, and I show up. And my parents are like, I'm literally sagging below my butt. Like,
Wait,
you're in
when they
4th
picked
grade.
you up? Or when they dropped
when
you
they
off?
come and you go around the dorms because you stay at the Rice dorms. Like,
Wait, hold on.
I
Before
went
you get
full
to,
on like,
what did you-
I am black.
what did you look like as you're going? Because I want
Oh.
to see the before and after.
Yeah, no,
Because
like
you were up almost up to the
literally
belly button.
hat sideways. Like it was like a caricature of like.
You were white chocolate.
I was white chocolate, and like I was fully accepted. And I was like, I
Were you
am.
balling, though? Were you
Yeah,
playing-
I was pretty good.
Yeah.
By like sixth grade, I was pretty good or whatever. But like, my parents were probably like, "What the fuck?" Like, I'm just like,
You're like, Mom, you ain't got no ass.
but like, I made
Flat
some of
booty
Dad,
those
how you gonna
bitch.
fuck with that, huh?
I totally was like, "Yep, I'm in it now. I'm cool." And had no, because you're so young.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
just are doing what the cooler kids are doing.
Yeah, it's
and this
assimilating.
was like and one
is-
era,
Oh,
so
yeah.
everybody's wearing huge shorts, sag down, big fucking and one t-shirts.
Did
with
they call you the
sleeves go-
professor?
I forgot about that guy.
I just watched there's a documentary on and
Yeah,
one
yeah.
on Netflix. It's pretty great.
I was watching a video of him and Jason Williams.
Jason Williams
the actual
is
white
really
chocolate.
fucking
Yeah, yeah.
good.
And it was crazy how like Professor would show him a move and he'd just show him once, and then white chocolate would just do
Yeah,
it.
he
yeah,
could do
just
it.
do it. Yeah,
yeah,
easy.
yeah. Dude
Yeah.
grew up with Randy Moss in the middle of the woods.
I know everybody likes the behind the back elbow pass that Jason Williams did in the All-Star game, but if you watch some of his passes that he did in, because that was in the All-Star game.
I love his highlights.
There is not a pass I have not seen.
Dude, it's crazy. Like, he was very, very creative, but honestly, in terms of his career, wasn't like top tier of NBA, but he was pretty fucking good.
He's the best and one player in the history of and one.
No, you're talking about Professor? Or?
No, I'm calling Jason
Oh, okay,
Williams
got
like
it.
basically an and
Yeah.
one player
Yeah.
who was good enough to be in the NBA.
But he
'cause
was pretty short. Like, he could dish the ball really well. I like watching his highlights.
it's funny how it's just as a kid you don't understand basketball at all. You watch and one, you're like, these are the greatest players in the
Yes,
world.
exactly.
And then you watch Jokic, and you're like, that's actually the greatest player in the
which is
world, and it
confusing.
doesn't look like that at all. He's just lumbering down the court.
I was thinking of how funny it is because like every interview is like, yes, basketball, it's a job, it's difficult.
That was
like,
the greatest thing he ever
yeah,
said.
yeah,
Who
it's
likes their
awesome.
job?
But I
They
like
asked him about-
I like to imagine him as soon as he gets alone in the locker room. He's like, yeah. Like, just
Today
so-
we make game. We make a game on
Like,
court. It's,
it's
gonna be
all-
so good.
It's all a character that
Yeah,
he's
yeah.
so hyped. Like, he's just like, I'm every woman.
Yeah, that's
Like,
awesome.
when he
Some
fucking-
Eurovision song.
Yeah. Just a little
And Jamal
Japanese
Murray
girl.
walks in. He's like, "You okay, dude?" And he's like, "Yes, everything
Yes.
is boring, and I don't."
I am
like-"
here for collective.
That's I think all of Russia. I think they just
He's
present that
he's
fake.
Serbian, but yeah,
That's all the same.
yeah, pretty much. I just like to
Yeah, I have no
imagine
idea. I
that
don't
it's
know
all
geography.
like, because who's that fighter that's kind of like that? Like, yes, I just happen to be the best. Don't enjoy fighting or whatever. And I like to imagine these guys just get so.
Is he an
hyped.
MMA guy?
Yeah, an MMA guy.
Is it Stipe?
I forget.
no.
his
I'm
name.
just
I don't know
picking
my. I
Slavic
don't.
sounding
I don't know
names.
my MMA. Very
I don't
well.
either.
I don't even know. There's like 11
He's
guys
like-
that don't like fighting.
He's okay. Well, either way, I just like imagining that like whatever country they're from, they're like, yeah, you have to pretend like you don't care, you don't like it, whatever. When you get over there, but you can celebrate privately in your hotel room. And I just like to think that.
Are you thinking of Khabib?
No.
Oh, okay.
No,
it's got to be like.
I know that name. It doesn't matter.
I mean, Derek Lewis is someone who is really open about not liking fighting and shit. But I
Yeah.
don't know.
None of those guys do well.
Yeah, but I
You
can.
have to love it. Like Jerron Neighbors one time, we were talking about this fighter, Jared Aronson. He's like the most hyped up American heavyweight in a long time, and he's 23 years old right now. and he's just talking about how much he hates boxing. He's just doing it for money.
Yeah.
And Jamar was like, "Man, you hate boxing, it will hate your
Yeah,
ass
you're
right
you're
back."
fucked.
Yeah,
you
you'll be
have to
fucked.
like.
Yeah, basketball it actually can work because you can just be super talented, but fighting you're gonna just
There's no like
You have to
direct.
have
You
Physical
lose your
consequence.
concentration for a second in
Yeah,
a basketball
exactly.
game. You lose
Yeah.
your concentration for
Yeah.
a second in a fight. You're
Which
gonna
is
come out speaking weird.
kind of what I'm
Yeah,
getting at.
yeah.
It's like even Jokic, like he is locked in. He has to enjoy some aspect of it. He has fun with his teammates, so there has to like I.
No, I think he just hates the media. I think he hates
Yeah.
the attention.
Yeah.
I think he loves the sport.
There is like a
think
business
he does
aspect to
love
those
it. I
fighting
don't know.
things. They like treat it like an actual job. Like lawyers and like managers and stuff. Like they probably don't think it's fun
Yeah.
what they do, but they are like addicted to the grind and the
Yeah.
success of it. And I think a lot
and
of
cocaine. If you're talking about
yeah,
lawyers.
well, for sure. But a lot of successful athletes, I think that is their drive. Like
Yeah.
I don't think Michael Jordan loves the game of basketball because it's this. I think that he loves
I
the
don't know.
drive. Well, he loves basketball, but that's not the main drive that made him successful, in my opinion.
I get what you're saying that it's the I get the drive aspect of it, but Michael Jordan specifically that example, yeah, it might just
Do you
be
think
the
Michael?
competitiveness.
Do you think Michael Jordan would have played basketball for free?
Okay, so what makes me just pause on it is he plays golf. I think I saw something 300 days of the year,
Okay,
only missing 2 months out of that whole year.
right.
If
And
he is
hold on.
that dedicated,
Hold on.
wouldn't he be borderline professional at this point? It's because he was amazing at basketball and has an insane
Right, that's where
addictive
his
drive.
talent lies, but
Yeah.
that doesn't mean his love for that sport is different from
Yeah,
his
but
love for other
if you
sports.
watch him talk about it in The Last Dance, like he comes to tears talking about his when they were giving him shit for like being an asshole to his teammates. Like he starts crying. He's like, "If you're not here for it, you're not here to blah blah blah." Maybe he's talking more about competitiveness and not necessarily basketball.
That's what it feels
Yeah,
like.
that's fair.
Because it seems like in that instance, he loves golf
Yeah.
just as much as he loves.
He loves golf way more than basketball.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
But even still, his love of golf is directly tied to gambling.
if basketball had allowed him to make in-game prop bets, he'd probably love basketball as much as he loved golf.
yeah, that's
Yeah.
what I'm thinking.
Oh, he'd make way more
That's
money.
what I'm thinking. Yeah, yeah.
I bet he's net negative in golf betting. Wouldn't you guess?
By several million.
Yeah.
Yeah,
for
I
sure.
would think so.
Yeah.
He's got his own course.
Yeah. And it's
Yeah.
like no one's allowed there.
Dude,
Yeah.
I want to go. Have you seen the new Tiger Woods
No.
putt-putt courses?
I went to one in Florida.
Really? Are
Yeah,
they
yeah.
cool?
There's one
the
bar-
chain that he has.
The,
that-
the
yeah.
one they look like real golf
Yeah.
courses, but they're small size. the
yeah,
putt-putt?
mini golf.
There's
yeah.
one
yeah.
outside
Yeah.
of Houston, one outside of Orlando, and one that just opened in Glendale, Arizona, which when I saw that I was like,
Oh,
Glendale!
that's right. You were telling me
I was like,
about
Glendale,
that.
yeah.
The one I went to was in Bradenton, Florida, and it was it was that though. It was a Tiger. It was a whole thing. It's a big. There's like 5 bars.
Yeah.
There's like fucking ping pong
I thought
tables.
it was Orlando, but
and then
there's only one in Florida, so that must be it.
yeah. We went there, and it
How
was
far from Orlando is that?
like a couple
Very
of-
far.
like
Okay,
2
then
hours.
then I
Yeah.
was wrong about
This is Tampa, basically.
Okay. Okay.
Interesting.
But yeah, no, it was like real. It's kind of a bad idea if you ask me.
Yeah?
Because it's mini golf with like real golf looking putting greens and stuff. And I want fucking windmills and
Yeah,
shit. I
silly
want a
shit.
clown.
Yeah, because
Yeah, like I don't.
There's
want,
no balance. It's just like it just looks like a golf. Like a
no.
real
There
golf
there
course.
is like huge ramping
Okay.
hills and stuff, but the design it just looks like a golf green.
Interesting.
And to me, that's kind of boring.
Yeah,
Because I
that
don't,
makes-
I don't want the golf experience when I'm mini golfing. I want the mini golf experience. Oh.
And weird, like coming from Florida, mini golf is everywhere, and they are extravagant.
Yeah, yeah.
Like the mini golfs that I grew up around are like it's a literal mountain that you climb, putt off of the mountain. You go through caves inside, like
It's like
and-
Happy Gilmore. Stop laughing at me. clown.
Exactly, and it's like intense. But then LA, there's like 2 putt courses in all of LA, and they're both pretty shitty. And it's
Yeah.
like it's a weird. I just assume that LA would have a bunch of putt courses. Same with Vegas, no putt courses.
Really?
There's like 2 indoor putt courses, and they're like 2x4s that have been just like laid on the
Right.
ground to make a course.
You
Like,
would think that they would get like gambling into it.
I would think so. or like tie like Topgolf in with putt somehow, and like drinking, and I don't know.
Yeah, that's what Tiger did.
That's what that is?
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
yeah.
There's like literally like 5 bars.
It's damn, because my girlfriend has talked about wanting to like learn how to play golf as like just something to do as
Yeah, yeah, it's so
in
fun.
like business in the future and stuff
Yeah,
like
yeah.
that, and just to have like, and so we started with putt, and like we had to go to this spot in like Studio City that was.
There's one right by here.
Is there?
Yeah, yeah. It's pretty. It seems like it's aimed at kids,
Okay,
but it's got a driving range and a par 3 course.
Okay,
Yeah, yeah. So
so maybe I'll go there because that's what I want to do. Get her used to putting, just like small swings, and then do driving range stuff, and then we'll go play. Like
yeah, yeah.
actual-
We played Los Feliz one time.
Yeah, we played.
Yeah, yeah. That was fun.
In the
I
Pandy.
want to go back there.
I
You're
did like.
good. Who's better between you two?
Bo is better.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
I got my first hole-in-one recently.
I think I'm pretty
I
good.
saw that.
Yeah.
I think I responded
You
to
did,
that
you did,
story.
you did.
Congratulations.
Yeah, I was very hyped. But
That's insane.
I've been playing
Yeah.
like shit lately, and even in that game, I was playing so bad. And you know how like everybody, if you golf regularly, you approach the ball, you stand behind it, you maybe do 2 practice swings or whatever. I was so pissed. I'm on the 9th hole, and I just walked up and hit it and knocked it in. I was like so over the game. I was so pissed. I was like, oh great, now I'm addicted to golf for sure.
Yeah,
again.
yeah.
Like I already am. Like I play. If I'm not working, I probably play at least a par 3 times a week or something like that.
Wow.
And
Damn.
and
Where do you usually play the
I like
Los Feliz one?
Weddington's and Weddington and Van Nuys are the closest.
Have you ever played the South Pasadena par 3
Yep.
course?
Yeah.
Yeah. How's that? I walk my dog there all the time.
It's good. It's
It's a little like I'm not good enough at golf, and it's like you're really crammed in there.
Yeah.
You got to be pretty accurate.
yeah. Los Feliz is really like that.
Yeah, yeah. I guess this is better than Los
I've
Feliz.
been
yeah.
I've been very close to hit multiple times at Los Feliz.
Yeah, yeah.
Like
We were lucky because there was basically no one there
Yeah,
when
yeah.
we went.
I think I still hit one into the train tracks though.
Yeah.
oh yeah, no, it's it is the most frustrating game because as soon as you start figuring it out and think that like I can hit the ball straight, like something feels weird in your hands and things, and you're just spraying the ball all over the place and it sucks. Like I was going through that where it was just like,
Did you go to the U.S. Open?
yes, no, I didn't.
You didn't? I was in the neighborhood.
I watched it.
Yeah, yeah. It was
Yeah,
in
at LA Country Club.
Yeah, yeah.
No, I didn't go. I wanted to. I looked at tickets, and way back they were like for the before cutoff days were like $150, and I just didn't have a ton of money. And then when I was really thinking about going, the tickets for after cutoff are like $500.
Yeah.
At least I think the cheapest ones are like $450 or $400. I
Jesus
was like,
Christ.
no.
I joined the Masters lottery every year.
Really?
For Masters tickets, yeah.
My girlfriend went this year
Really?
because
What?
her family's from Augusta,
Oh.
and so her family goes like every other year, some shit like that.
Jesus Christ.
And she finally got to go.
That's crazy.
Yeah, but they have a connection because I think
I
the only way you
believe
can get in
so.
is the lottery. Or,
I believe so.
Yeah,
Because she was supposed to go last year and ended up not being able to,
yeah.
but not because they couldn't get a
Dude,
ticket.
chicken sandwiches like $5 there.
Yeah.
Like everything's super cheap. They're-
Not the apparel. That shit's insane.
no, yeah, that's
It is no, it's super cheap
It's
there.
not, it's
The
not
clothes-
crazy.
yeah, yeah.
No.
No, my dad went a couple years ago. He got a shirt for like $20, and then
What?
you
It's
can
not
sell it on
crazy.
eBay for like $200.
Yeah, she got like a visor and like a T-shirt. I
Yeah, no,
believe.
everything there is super cheap. They're very, very old timey in a lot of not great ways.
Yeah.
It's similar
Remember
to
when-
like the Kentucky Derby, where it's like let's all just go and be a part of this thing,
Yeah.
regardless of if you care about what's
God,
happening.
I lost my girlfriend's dad bets on the horses, and so I have to put all his bets in because he lives in Mexico and he doesn't like online betting. So he Venmos my girlfriend, and we go to Commerce and bet at the race book.
yeah,
And man, he was so close to all. He lost all 3: the Preakness, the Breeders, and the Kentucky, but by a hair.
Damn.
By like one horse. It was so close. We won the Derby. We won like $1,600.
Hell yeah.
But why is it that I can go to Bike or Commerce or wherever and I can put in sports bets, but we don't have legal?
It's not sports. It's only race.
It's only race.
Yeah. It's
Oh,
not a
okay.
sports book. It's a race book.
oh,
Yeah, it's
I
just
didn't-
horses.
So why is that
Interesting.
allowed, but I can't do like fucking?
I don't know.
Why,
really-
Brian?
I don't know.
Brian,
I
why?
don't know.
What are the laws for?
I thought it was going to get passed this last time because it was up for vote.
I
and
voted for it.
Are
did-
there?
I
I
did
didn't
too.
even vote for people. I just voted for that.
Just the horses.
It's so weird.
Are there
'cause
dog races out here? Or is
No,
it
dog races maybe. I think they're illegal in 47 states.
not
So-
not
Because I think I just looked this up. Because I grew up Plymouth Dog Track, New Hampshire. Like my grandfather would take me there all the time.
Yeah.
And that's really dating me.
Yeah, we
They're
used to
like,
go.
I
in
used
Florida.
to go to the dog track like that. Like you talk to somebody who's just like 30, they're like, "What?"
Yeah, I mean, I'm 35. I used to go in Florida all the time to
Oh.
the Greyhound tracks.
I used to go to Houston Racetrack. Well, no, I've only been like 2 times, but
That was like
it's fun though.
one of like 5 things to do.
I
where
gotta tell you,
grew up.
I think I don't find it any crueler than horse racing, and I don't understand. I understand if you're just shooting them after, or you're shooting them up with
Yeah,
cocaine, but
that's-
like all that's behavioral. Like it's not the sport.
I agree.
It's like you could probably clean up how you treat the dogs. They're at the end of the day, they're just running.
yeah.
I don't see how that's abusive.
And they love to run.
No, I agree, and you're right. It is treatment.
It's
that
the
is-
cultural
yeah, that's
aspect to it.
abusive. That's
Yeah.
not because it's. I mean, because my sister had a Greyhound dog that was a former race dog,
Santa's little helper.
and it was just like it was an awesome dog that liked to just fucking chill and live its retirement. And
Yeah.
I
A
don't know.
dog
it was-
can break its ankle and live.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
that's,
and
that's
with
very
and
true.
with horses, like you're not using riding crops on dogs. You're not using a whip or anything like that.
Yeah, you're not literally on top of them as
yeah.
extra weight.
Yeah, and they do love to run. But I think you could paint it either way. It's still just for our amusement and pleasure. So it's like
You're telling me they're not having fun running?
I'm just saying it's
After a
as,
fake rabbit, yeah.
like I'll go to the zoo. I like the zoo. Is the zoo 100% morally?
I
great?
think those are two completely different things.
I think that
Because a dog is a domesticated animal,
yeah.
and
I'm just saying I'm okay with zoos. I'll go to zoos, but do I think it's totally 100% great? No. Do I think would I go to a dog race or a dog track? Yes. Do I think it's 100% great? No.
but it could be.
Yeah.
It could
But
be
you know-
100% great.
like I'll go to Catholic church. No.
Do I think it's 100% great? No. Yeah, I mean,
It's illegal in 42 states.
42.
So you lie.
Interesting.
I lie.
But is
I lie.
horse racing illegal in any state?
Huh?
Is horse racing illegal in any
Not
state?
that I know of.
That is interesting.
Well,
Maybe-
also they use
Maybe
these
Oregon.
in Highlight. They use these poor Brazilian men. No, I'm kidding.
Yeah,
They
no-
force them to do it and give them cocaine.
That would be sick, actually.
No, they definitely do cocaine. That's what Highlight's all about. That's
Is
the
it?
game. No, I don't know.
yeah.
But it's a ton of money being passed around. It's in Brazil. It's in South America. Is like
Wait,
the main place for it.
is
so-
it Brazilian?
Yeah, they're probably.
I
Is-
think it is Brazilian.
but
Well, that's a
Jay's-
Portuguese word, right?
No, because J's in Brazilian are je, not huh.
Maybe they
So
pronounce it.
the huh
Maybe
J
ja-
sound comes
Jai-Lai.
from Spain,
It's
but I don't know.
the sport or its origins are in the Basque country of Spain.
Spain.
What-
I called
But
What's it-
but
what's it
Basque,
most-
the Basque language is completely unrelated to Spanish.
Will you look up
Interesting.
where it's most popular?
It's got to be Central and South America, I would think.
So it was originally called pelota.
Which
Interesting.
just means ball, right?
I think so. Yeah. Let me see here. Where is it most popular?
pelotas.
The sport is played worldwide, but especially Spain, France, and Latin American countries.
Yeah, interesting.
Yeah, that's not a sport that I've ever wanted to get into.
Highlight is because we were talking before the podcast about racquetball, which is something I grew up playing, and Highlight was like racquetball on speed. Like it was the
Yeah.
crazy version of that because the rules they're not the same, but they're somewhat
There's some
similar. The environment is somewhat similar, but it always like kind of freaked me out because people
Racquetball
would
or
like
highlight?
highlight
Yeah.
because you break your arm if you
Oh
get
no,
hit by
people
a ball.
die. It is the most dangerous sport.
Yeah, it's crazy. I mean, I would think like F1 or like NASCAR is more dangerous.
I'm
but
pretty sure highlight's the most dangerous. Brian, will you look that up?
So it says, well, this is answering an earlier question.
No,
Highlight.
that's not what I'm.
Highlight is composed of Basque words. It's Basque origin, but they don't actually you call it that in the Basque country, which is odd. They call it pelota, but highlight is festival, high festival, alai, merry. So Merry Festival.
Merry Festival.
Now, most dangerous sports.
Yeah. I'm
And
pretty sure
so
highlight has the
we're
highest
going
death rate.
off of like highest death count in the sport. Is that what it's rated by?
I don't know.
Because
I remember
football
he-
is probably like the most dangerous as far as like just injuries.
I don't know.
It has. I mean, how many players get injured in a game? At least one or two every single game, usually.
Yeah.
So I don't know how trustworthy this is, but tug of war is 27th on this list.
Yeah, if it's in Squid Game.
Skydiving.
Oh my god!
Okay, that's not
skydiving
a
sounds
sport.
good. It
I
is a
know.
sport. It was in the X Games for a while. Freestyle
Hockey,
skydiving.
18th. Pole vaulting's up there. Horse racing, bobsledding. Let's see, we're getting to.
Oh,
I could see
bobsledding.
bobsledding
Yeah,
be
because
up
you
there.
you fall off of that, you're fucked.
All right, here's the top 10. Mountaineering.
That
It's not a sport.
I'm with you. Parkour. Still annoyed.
Yeah.
Still annoyed with you.
Yeah.
8. Rugby. There's a
there we
sport.
go.
That's-
Okay,
yeah,
that
that's
sounds
fair.
right.
7. Boxing. No.
Yeah, boxing
I'm
has
kidding.
got to be.
I'm
like-
kidding. Just punching bare heads.
Was it MMA next?
Yeah, never punch a bear head.
Did I say was number 7 boxing? Yeah, number 6 is football. Number 5 is pro. It says pro wrestling, but it's showing amateur wrestling.
Will you
on
go to
here.
the website that says I'm right? you find the highlight one.
Well, you still might be right.
yeah, we haven't made
4
it
is
there.
auto racing,
Okay.
and I think that's the
they lumped in all
Indy,
auto
like
racing.
the Indy open car, open wheel one.
It just says auto racing?
yeah, but the picture is the Indy 500
Oh,
cars.
Okay. Which
Yeah.
is F1.
Yeah, yeah. Is that what that is?
Yeah.
yeah. Where your head's out for ungodly
It's
reasons.
it's
Yeah.
American F1.
And you shift you shift like this?
Yeah. Paddle ships.
Yeah,
Yeah.
sick.
A lot of Lamborghinis and stuff have that.
Yeah, they took those on later.
Yeah. Bullfighting is number 3.
Not a
Interesting.
sport,
Number
more of a
2 is
performance.
MMA,
Yeah, that sounds right.
and then number 1
Highlight.
is the most bullshit number 1, and I highlight bull.
Hold on, wait.
You won't guess this.
No? Okay.
It's
Suicide's a sport.
Well, with the other ones they had.
the running of the bulls.
Come
Oh,
the
that's
fuck
definitely
on.
not a sport. That's
Bullfighting
an
is a
activity.
performance, and running of the bulls is.
I mean, mountaineering is more of a sport than fucking bullfighting.
I would agree with that.
Bullfighting is more of a sport than running with bulls.
Yes, I agree with
Well,
that. too.
100%.
Yeah.
Yeah, one's a performance and one is like an event. One's a like purely entertainment. Yes, they're. But would you call them
What?
like
Yeah, running with the
athletes?
no. That's just like the same as going to the movies.
Dude,
That's not a
this is-
sport.
This is
It's
the
just
legs podcast.
the-
This is the legs podcast, dude. Just
This
fucking
is-
meaty
Yeah, dude.
thighs, bro.
we agreed on early episodes to only wear pants, and then we just said
it's
no.
hot as hell, dude.
It is hot.
Yeah, there's no reason. I used to be morally opposed to shorts, and now I don't wear pants ever.
Dude,
Yeah.
I literally started tattooing
doing-
my legs because I was like, you know what? We're just shortsing it up from here on out.
Shorts.
I've been doing sets in shorts.
Yeah, that's always been my last bastion of I won't do that. But the other day I was getting off work and I only had shorts and I was like, fuck it, I don't care. I was Crocs and shorts. And I'm
Dude,
like,
when I first moved to LA, I had a bit about trying to be the shorts comic, and anytime another comic was wearing shorts, I would just like rip them the whole show
Yeah,
about how
stealing your
unoriginal
bit.
they are.
Yeah.
But it was just so dumb because it was fucking hot as shit when I first moved here.
Yeah. And it's only getting hotter, brother.
No, yeah. Well, no,
Because
I
of
think
Biden.
LA is gonna be one of the like Garden of Eden spots during like once everything else is on fire.
We get 1 year of rain.
Yeah.
And you've decided that. I
It's
mean,
just
I don't know
gonna
if you
be-
remember the
it's
10 years of drought we had before the year of rain.
Things are changing, baby.
No.
We're moving on up.
This is going to be a saltine.
Yeah. Now, have you seen that? There's a lake that was like one of the biggest lakes in California. I think it's between us and San Francisco. That was dry
like
for like 20 years,
Pyramid
and
Lake?
it is no.
No.
That's a man-made lake. It was slow, and it slowly.
I think
like-
aliens built
yeah,
it.
they did. They built all the pyramids. But it's slowly like gaining water again, and so like they started building stuff in the areas, and it's getting flooded out. So they're having to evacuate the whole area. And
Good.
It's going to become a lake again.
That's funny. That was the frustrating thing about this last year of heavy rain, where like it was just government officials being like, "Yeah, we don't really have the technology to capture all this water, so here today, gone tomorrow." And it's like, Jesus Christ. Such a droughty fucking state. You didn't prepare for this?
Yeah, no.
You
they're
didn't
like-
catch any?
No.
I got a couple.
Oh, I got the rain barrels in my front yard.
That's good.
It's like a law in
Do you
Los
really
Angeles.
have them?
Yeah. You'll see them. They're
I
like
don't remember seeing
tan
them.
barrels. If you built the house after like 2017, it's a law. There has to be rain collection barrels. We've never used them.
Oh.
And
Interesting.
what if they fill up? What do you do with them?
You kill mosquitoes.
You
They just become mosquito breeding grounds.
That's what I'm
Yeah,
saying.
What the fuck?
I don't know.
It's
I don't know. You're supposed to water your yard with them.
Oh. How do you get the pressure? I guess you have to have a pump on it or something?
No, that's like just like it's like when you what is that called, into the gas tank?
Oh, you siphon it?
No, it has that. It's like built like it has the downward pressure that just
Okay.
comes
Oh,
out.
Okay.
Yeah, like a
It'd
siphon.
be cool if there was like a way, like how if you have solar panels, it goes back onto the grid. Like if you had a water collecting thing that went
Yeah.
back into the. I guess if you just.
Shot it down the gutter.
Yeah, but it would go through wastewater.
I don't know. I don't have a yard to water, so I don't. It's
Yeah,
all
that's
concrete.
true. Yeah, that's. I don't know. Maybe we are just gonna dry up and become a raisin.
There's some. What is it? It was like 90-degree ocean water in Florida recently. 90.
That's fucking crazy.
Ugh.
Yeah, dude. It's
Ugh.
it's not. This year is like.
We're getting political now.
How's the temperature of water political?
Oh, you know what? Don't play dumb with me.
I mean, you're not wrong. Everything is tied to some sort of political bullshit now.
I know it's just so hot.
What? Are you a fucking
no.
you fucking cuck Republican piece of shit?
Wait.
Yeah,
what?
I'm mixing things up.
That confused
You
me.
snowflake Republican liberal piece of shit.
Recucklicking.
You libertarian fucking antichrist. I don't know.
Oh yeah,
I'm
I wanted to
mixing.
get really libertarian on this podcast.
Yeah, why did you text me that?
I wanted,
I'm gonna get really libertarian on the phone. It's like, all right, dude.
I wanted to bring in a libertarian character.
Yeah. Like what kind though? Like Vermin Supreme? That kind of with the boot on his head? That
Just
kind
like
of libertarian?
constantly contradict myself, like the post office is great,
Yeah.
but
But the government is trying to kill you with anthrax.
yeah, just everything contradicts itself. I had an idea, and it's not prepared now.
Okay, well, you think about it, and we'll come back next week. And
Like schools are bad, but I love driving on the open road.
The market will educate you. The market will educate you.
Free schools.
It's always the market. They say the market like it's the Wizard of fucking
Yeah.
Oz.
Dude, the market, dude.
Yeah.
listen, just read. The
I went to the
Bible.
market the other day.
Let the market.
They think that it's actually a store,
Yeah.
just
Yeah.
a store.
It's a, yeah.
You can get organic apples there.
Yeah, they're
all
mine.
kinds of
It'll
produce.
dictate
Yeah,
what I'm gonna do.
Yeah. I let
Succulents.
Kroger decide what I'm doing.
Firefighters, yes. Market will decide.
What's that?
Like the market is like a
Texas
spin
grocery
wheel.
chain?
Like fucking.
What's the Texas grocery chain?
HEB,
Yeah.
Herbert E. Butts.
What?
Is it Butts?
Yeah.
Herbert eats butts? Is that what you said?
Herbert E. Butts.
Does E stand for eats?
Yes.
Wait, is it entertainment
Let
like
me look
Chuck E.
this up.
Cheese?
Yeah, Herbert Entertainment Butts.
It's Howard Edward Butt.
Whoa, I was way off.
Wait, this is a different guy, huh?
Samson.
No, this is him. Yeah. Samson.
I
was
always,
way off.
I always thought it was Herbert.
Howard Edward Butt Sr. And it's B-U-T-T. Just
Yeah.
Butt.
Dude, I love some butts. I love HEB. But
What the?
The grocery
fuck?
store was founded by his mother, Florence Thornton Butt.
Thornton Butt.
Yeah, Miss Butt.
been Thornton
my
a few
God.
butts.
Daughter of Thornton Butt Senior.
I'm so embarrassed that I thought it was Herbert.
Yeah, you should be. You're not a real Texan.
I guess not. But the big Florida one is Publix. Everybody loves their Publix in
Do you
Florida.
think butt was not a term for your hindquarters until people started relating it to someone's last name?
Did you say hindquarter?
that's the old? That's like the oldest.
You a
ass-
butcher?
Yeah, you want the shoulder or the hindquarter? Get you a good cut right here. That's just the
Really?
oldest term for an ass I could think of. Hindquarters.
Derriere.
Caboose.
My name is Jonathan Bart Hindquarter.
So I'm on an etymology website.
Yes.
and I looked up butt. Thick end.
Thick
Oh,
end.
That's
man.
what it originally meant. Thick end. It's probably
Oh,
related to
the
Middle Dutch and Low German. Middle Dutch and Low
Dude,
German.
I've been building up a thick end for a while.
Yeah, you have,
Been
dude.
building up my thick Dutch, my low German.
Well, it could be Old French as well. But yeah, so we're going about 14th century.
Interesting.
The meaning of a remainder of a smoked cigarette was first recorded in 1847.
Wait, what?
Like a
Whoa.
butt, cigarette butt.
Oh,
Cigarette
cigarette
butt.
butt.
Yeah,
Got
yeah,
it.
1847. What do you mean? But you still smoke, don't you?
Vape, baby.
When did you quit cigarettes?
Mm,
It was a long time
around
ago, right?
mid-COVID. I was smoking spliffs still, and then every once in a while I'd have a cigarette. And then when I quit weed, it kind of went out together, and then these got popular, and I started doing these.
Saw Tom Segura smoking a ciggy last night.
Oh yeah, where was he at?
Naughty boy. The Comedy Store.
I feel like
Nice.
I've seen him been
Oh, yeah,
smoking
he's
for a
doing his
while now.
rounds.
I went up to him and I said, "Sir, you are a role model for my children. Put that out."
Dude, well, combining those two, his bit that wasn't in his special about Ted Cruz, did you all see that?
No.
So, Tom Segura is obviously fucking wealthy, and he lives in a nice neighborhood outside of Austin. This is all in the bit. But he was just, like, walking around, and he knew some of his neighbors, and they were like, oh, yeah, some politician lives there, and he didn't know who it was. And he's walking by, and Ted Cruz just goes, hey, are you that comedian? And he was like, yeah. It's like, where do you think motherfucker came from? Like, it's all in the bit. I'm going to butcher
What?
it. But, like, it just paints Ted Cruz in the creepiest, weirdest light. And if you know
Oh, like the rest of his
any-
career has not done already?
Yeah, no, but that's what I mean. Like, this is on a personal level with your neighbor. Like,
Yeah.
say you met Ted Cruz. Yeah, you think he's a fucking doofus and a piece of shit, blah, blah, blah. But you wouldn't be that surprised if he was like, oh, that guy is actually, you know, I could get along with him. His politics suck. He's a piece of shit. But, like, if you met him and he was just friendly, you'd be like, oh, that's my neighbor, whatever. But he just immediately is the weirdest fucking dude
Yeah, he
ever.
sucks. There was I'm surprised he didn't know he lived there because I don't know. Remember when there was that ice storm and everybody lost power?
Yes.
And he went to the Bahamas with his family on a
Yeah,
private jet.
yeah.
And there was like tons of protests at his house.
Yeah.
People were at his fucking in his yard
Yeah.
screaming at him. That's gotta suck.
Yeah, that does have to suck. But
No, for the neighbors. I
if you're a
mean,
piece of shit, yeah.
yeah, for the neighbors.
They
Because
were
remember
protesting-
Terrell Owens? Was it Terrell Owens or was it Chad Ochocinco? One of them was a former wide receiver was jogging his neighborhood when they arrested Roger Stone, and the FBI like raided Roger
No, I don't
Stone's
know
house,
this.
and they were neighbors. And he tweeted out something so funny, like, "Damn, they got my neighbor Roger." He's like, "I'm out on a run."
That
Damn,
feels
that's
that
fucking
feels
crazy.
more Chad Ochocinco to me.
It
Yeah,
does.
it does.
Yeah, yeah.
It does.
He went back to Chad Johnson, did he not?
Not, I don't know. Yeah, I think so.
Chad Ochocinco, Roger Stone tweet. It was so funny when it.
Ochenta y cinco.
Yeah, he tweeted. He wrote, "FBI arrested my neighbor Roger before my morning jog.
Wait,
I've only seen shit like this in movies. Crazy way to start my Friday."
it was Ocho?
Yeah, it was Ocho.
What's
But he is
going
Chad
by?
Johnson.
He's Chad Johnson.
Yeah.
Dude, he was the shit.
Yeah, but his handle is still Ocho Cinco, but
He's Chad
his name is
Johnson.
Chad Johnson.
Damn.
He was the shit.
Ocho Cinco is a great last
It's
name. dude.
hilarious.
Yeah.
You seen that clip where him and Bill Belichick are talking before the game?
No.
He's just like, he
He was on the Patriots, right?
No, this was when he was a
A
Bengal.
Bengal?
Yeah, and he just goes up to him, and you've never seen a bigger smile on Bill Belichick's face. It's like he's not this nice to his own players, like ever. And he's just like, oh yeah, we got a call for you. And he was like, what do you mean? He's like, double team Ocho whole game. He's like, come on, man, like you can't do that. It's like, you're double team the whole game. You're not getting a touchdown on us. I think he got 2 that game. But Patriots won. It was like prime Patriots era.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
Ocho got some points on the board. But they just had a call where he was just doubled the entire game, and he told him before it.
Is he the one who had the Sharpie in his sock and
Yeah,
autographed
I think that was-
autographs it. I think so.
Oh, I was thinking that was T.O.
Was it?
Or were they the same people?
Yeah,
This is what
they
we're
might have
gonna-
been the same.
But I'm reminded of that Chris Rock bit where
Because
he
who
talks
does
about
the
why.
mooning? I think that's T.O., right?
I don't
Fuck,
know.
it's hard to remember.
Yeah,
That's like Eagles T.O., I think. Fuck.
Damn, you might be right. I can't remember.
They both had fun antics which back then people were like, "This is
Terrell Owens did the Sharpie.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Damn.
Randy Moss tells a story of why he mooned the Lambeau
It
crowd.
was Randy Moss.
Randy Moss. Hell
As
yeah.
a Patriot, I think, right? He wasn't a Viking, was he?
No, he's a Viking.
He was a Viking at
yeah,
that
yeah.
point.
And he
Dude,
fake pulled his pants down.
he's like the Charles Barkley of not getting the ring. Like, he's like
yeah.
best fucking player.
I
to
would
not
say
get
he's
a-
better at football than Charles Barkley was at basketball.
Dude, Prime Barkley is
Yeah.
solid.
He was good,
bro.
but I think Randy Moss is one of the greatest football players
I think
ever.
he is the best receiver of all time. Yeah, and you wouldn't say that about Barkley. That's fair.
Jerry Rice might be better.
More prolific, but
Dude.
in terms of talent,
I'm telling you, 18 years of like,
yeah,
top
that's what I
5
mean.
wide receiver.
That's what I mean. Like, just very consistent.
Yeah, you
across
can't
the board.
contribute.
ESPN podcast.
yeah, I'm sorry.
But what the comparison is?
He blew right through that.
No, shut up.
Yeah,
shut
he's
up.
staying on track.
Just one more thing.
Wait, but
Different eras, different athleticism. Randy Moss. If you could pick Prime Rice versus Prime Moss today, wouldn't you go Moss?
I got to tell you that I don't want to get too deep into this, but it depends on who my quarterback is.
Okay, next question.
Yeah, sorry. If I have a great quarterback, I'm going Rice. If I have a shitty quarterback, I'm going Moss.
Okay.
yeah, in your
I'm going
face.
Moss. I'll go Moss with Dante Culpepper and Chris Carter all day.
Are you bringing something up?
I was gonna.
What you got?
Do you want a story?
Yeah.
Because all my other ones got stolen from other podcasts. They
Yeah.
stole my.
How dare them access public information?
Yahoo.com or wherever you're doing your research.
Whatever the top
It's Bing.
story
Yeah.
is.
Drudge.
Drudge Report.
Is that your homepage, Drudge? Now that you're a libertarian?
No, I'm no longer a libertarian.
Oh, you're not? Okay.
Damn, you be flip flopping.
Dude, we gotta.
You know who else wore flip-flops? Fucking Gary Johnson, the libertarian presidential candidate.
wearing
Literally wore
Crocs.
flip-flops.
These aren't flip.
I know, but he said you flip-flopped.
Oh, got it.
And I
got
kept
it
it all together.
Got
Jesus.
it.
This is elite
Got
broadcasting.
it. Okay, so we're going to Canada for this story.
Sick. Where?
And-
Toronto or Vancouver?
Toronto.
Oh, okay.
Toronto. Where is Toronto, Brian?
It's in Ontario.
Ontario. All right. This
Wait,
is
Toronto is by New York and Vancouver is by.
Vancouver is above
No.
Seattle. Toronto is above Buffalo,
Okay.
Yeah.
but by like
you
an hour and a
flipped
half.
it. You
Okay.
flipped it.
Yeah.
Wait,
No, you were right.
You were
I was
right. Oh,
right.
sorry.
you flipped it in
I-
your
Yeah.
head.
I'll
He's
flip-
continuing
I'll-
to flip-flop.
I'll flip this table. I don't care. I wish we had a fake version of the studio that I could wreck it and freak
Yeah,
out.
yeah.
Yeah, can we just recreate this entire studio, Brian?
Yeah, that's no problem.
Okay, so
Do you have $10,000?
we got to pour one out for the Toronto Police Department because this is sad.
Oh my god.
TPD?
Yeah, dude. They're
You're not catching much sympathy here.
This is sad. This
The
is
toilet
sad.
paper department? Take
Toronto-
that, fucking pigs.
So at the Toronto Police Department, as any police department should have, has a fully stocked operational bar,
what?
and they have to close it down.
Is this a Rob Ford policy, a leftover Rob Ford policy? That
How the fuck does the police department have a full bar? I think it's like staffed and everything.
Really?
That is insane. Like in the police station?
Yes. So it's being
I'm sure you can't be on duty.
Yeah, it's like.
Well,
my
that
gu-
would seem like it makes sense.
So
but
like,
who the fuck?
so, I guess it's probably like we have a cop bar down the street. Like there's
Justice?
There's cop bars in LA. Shut up.
No. There's one downtown called Justice.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's a cop bar.
It's a cop bar. Okay.
Yeah.
So we have cop bars in pretty much every major city. There are cop bars. It just becomes a cop bar, just like because cops. So maybe they were like, we don't want people that could walk into a bar to see us. So yeah, after you're done, you go to this place. But it's got a full liquor license. It's in the headquarters. I think it's a bad look, but they had to close it down.
How could
Why?
they get a license? Like, how is that even possible
I'm
to get
sure
a
they
license?
had some connections
Yeah.
down
Oh.
at City Hall, being a police department.
But
They
I-
held some people down.
I
they
love.
fucking I mean, how does anything work? They know everybody. They're the fucking police department.
So
Yeah.
so you asked why Toronto Police Headquarters has a licensed bar and lounge, and a senior cop was there beforehand before getting into a drunk driving crash. So that one bad egg.
I'm sure that only happened once.
Nope, just one bad.
I'm sure that only. Yeah, that's just the one time it got through to the news.
And I love that they also say police say bar was used infrequently.
They fucking.
That's
We
the
never go
dumbest
there.
shit.
What?
That's the dumbest
They
shit
take
ever.
DUIs crazy serious.
Yeah,
in
you're
Canada.
literally not even allowed to go to Canada if you've had a DUI in the U.S.
So
for 13 years, I think.
so
Yeah.
in April,
And if you have a felony at all, you're not allowed to go in.
Reyes Hussein entered the lounge about 3 hours before he crashed his service-issued SUV into another vehicle in Pickering, Ontario, and was charged with impairing driving on January 2022. It's unclear how long Hussein was in the executive officer's lounge. That's what they're calling it? Okay. And whether or not he drank in that
Was it
room.
at the airport? The fucking executive
Yeah.
officers lounge? Like,
Yeah.
that is insane.
So my guess is it's a bar for, like, higher up. Like, not every cop on the beat gets to go in there,
it's
maybe.
like the back bar at the store.
yeah. He he was a paid regular.
That's fucked up, dude.
Oh,
That's
man.
crazy.
But yeah, his charge is nothing.
What
one,
are the-
1 year driving probation and $1,500. That's it. But the bar is getting closed down because of it. So imagine you're a cop and you got this awesome fucking bar at your work, and like you're at Barstool essentially.
Yeah.
And one jackass, instead of taking the fucking subway, drives, gets in a crash, and you lose your cool cop bar, your private cop bar, which it has to be free, right?
No, if it's staffed,
Yeah, that's a good point. I
You
don't
know.
know. I want to see
Huh.
it.
there's no way they're giving free drinks.
Because, you know,
It could just be in the
A free
like,
liquor bar.
but if it's like a higher end thing,
yeah, it's like a break room stocking it with sodas and snacks.
dude, you know what's
but just
funny
liquor
is
But
and
yeah.
pretzels.
part of me is picturing like Mad Men style, like very
Oak
like
furniture, red leather.
and then another thing is like a fucking
Like a cigar bar almost. Like a
yeah, exactly. And then
Okay.
the other side of my brain is seeing fluorescent lights in like a Best Buy break room with a liquor cabinet.
No, I'm guessing it's like got moose head. It's
Yeah.
like got a little bit of a log
oh.
cabin vibe.
Or
Maple
yeah,
syrup on
very-
tap.
but in a full bar, or
Yeah.
like what you'd see at like a golf course or something like that. Like
Sorry,
a
bootleg.
bar. I don't know.
very like old white guy, like culty organization sort of.
that guy's name was Hussein, so,
Ooh,
so he probably
racist.
looked like you.
Yeah, he probably
Oh,
does.
I have a picture of him. I don't think it'll show.
Oh, Jesus.
He does look like me.
He straight up looks like he's in the Iraqi National Guard.
Yeah,
Good for him.
he's successful.
There's nothing racist
Dude.
about what I said.
I didn't say
Don't
it
distance
was.
yourself from me.
Just slowly moving.
I love one of the quotes is just says, "It's crazy they even had it."
Yeah.
In a nutshell, yeah.
No shit. I mean, what are the chances that a U.S. police station has something similar?
100%.
Well, they-
Pretty. Yeah, I
They
was gonna
just
say.
have a bar that you can go to. That's
But I'm sure
not
there's even
part
that.
of the police. I mean, it's yeah.
I bet you that even if it's not a fully licensed thing like it is here, that they have something that is at least visually reminiscent.
There's probably
of
some
what you're
rule where
thinking
it's like
this
if you're a
is.
members only club, you don't need a liquor license or
like
something.
a
like
moose
that.
lodge.
and there
kinda
and there
thing.
is specifically a law in California that you are legally allowed to have one alcoholic drink on your lunch break, regardless of your job. And
What?
That's fine.
Yeah.
Dude, I just did a show in a moose lodge.
Me with like a
Really?
fucking huge
Yeah.
Giant
one
size.
drink.
There's one drink. dude.
Classic humor.
Like carrying a 6-pack, they're all stuck together. Like if it's stuck together, this one.
I did a moose lodge in Ojai, well, Oak Valley, or Oakview, which is below Ojai. Way different from Ojai. It was not hippies whatsoever.
Okay.
And
It's weird how quick that shit changes in Northern California.
It's-
Or I know that Ojai's not Northern California, but you know what I mean.
Yeah,
It'll
yeah,
go
yeah.
from like redneck to the most hippie place you've ever seen.
100%.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's all the plumbers who help
Yeah.
fix the hippie's house.
Yeah.
But
Those
on,
are the
man.
two. Those are the two non city versions of Californians, though.
Yeah.
Like if
Yeah,
you're
yeah,
not
yeah.
living in the city, you're either a redneck or a hippie.
or, yeah, you're either Oprah
Yeah.
or you're
right.
There are-
a Hell's Angel Nazi.
There
Yeah.
are freaky redneck hippies. Like sometimes
Of course there are.
they'll breed.
Grass Valley.
That's true.
Yeah,
yeah.
they're
and there-
terrifying.
There's always a hybrid.
You know what? You know what that is? That's meth.
Dude.
That's
those-
a hippie
yeah,
on meth. That's
that's
a
true.
redneck.
Well,
hippie.
dude,
A non-psychedelic
All-
version of.
Yeah, yeah.
all hippie culture leads to meth or heroin, I feel like.
You're doing a DARE program right now.
No, for
What they
real.
taught you
If
in
you
Texas
start
schools?
with
But,
cannabis,
dude, you've
you will
been-
eventually.
This is Texas
Dude,
indoctrination
when
right
if
here.
you want love and togetherness, you will
As
eventually
soon as,
want heroin.
as soon as your bare feet touch grass, you'll be shooting your
It's
dick full of
kinda
heroin.
True, though.
The feeling of grass between your toes is actually very
Have
similar.
you been
to-
around real drug hippies? Like,
Of course,
like
I have.
not. I know. But like,
yeah, the gathering of the juggalos.
dude, it just
Those are not hippies.
It just
That is the meth hippie.
yeah,
That's li-
I guess he's being like, he's kind of just putting subcultures together. Because
they-
to call the juggalos hippies, that's
they-
insane.
I wasn't. I wasn't. You know who I'm referring to. And they bleed. They.
That sounded racist.
We all know who we're talking about.
we all know what they look like.
The you know who's.
Oh, that'd be a good baseball team
I'm
name.
100% talking about white people, just to be clear.
Sure.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. The certain
And
type of
there's
white-
probably like one ethnically ambiguous guy in the group, but it
There's
definitely
always a
goes-
token in there.
But it bleeds down. Usually more heroin, I would say. Meth,
Yeah.
meth is a different track. But like I've been around people that were like, we go to these fucking parties every night, and it just slowly becomes oxys or heroin or something like that. They get into that so fast.
I guess
And
that to
they're
me
like,
is just
first
not
they're
the,
tripping, and
the
then they're like,
idea
I'm a drug
of-
addict. Like, it's a slippery slope.
I guess.
saying.
I just feel like most hippie
So-
people stay in that like acid mushrooms ayahuasca
You would think.
side.
You-
but-
Is the moral of the
You would
story to
think.
cut your hair, get a job,
Yes.
eat a steak,
Yes.
put on some goddamn
Vote
shoes or
Reagan.
shoelaces?
yeah, what's the opposite of tune out, like drop out? What's the fucking
Tune in, enlist.
Yeah.
I think it's fair to be anti-hippie.
Conform, enlist,
Yeah.
tune in. Yeah.
They're also just annoying and pretentious before they even get to the bad drugs.
I don't know if they're. I wish they were a little more pretentious.
They're-
You can't
Yeah.
be pretentious and listen to Fish.
Yeah. No.
No.
You can't. There's no arrogance whatsoever. You're listening to fucking children's music.
No, they're
Baby
they,
Shark.
Yeah.
maybe not pretentious. Maybe what's a better word?
Annoying.
Yeah.
I think it,
Stinky?
I think rigid is what you're looking
Or
for. They're
like
like
self-
very stuck in this like.
What is it when you think you're,
Your
what?
shit don't stink.
Yeah, and you're right all the time.
I know you like to think.
Shit don't stink. Okay, I
I
just
know.
don't.
This
I just
coming
don't,
from like you probably liked every Marvel movie. Like you're the exact opposite.
not all of them.
Just 42 of them.
I feel like you're taking the
God,
hippie
there
side.
is like there is.
I
like
would take
42.
whatever. I just what's a podcast where everybody's sitting around agreeing?
When's the Jesus? I remember me and my buddy Danny were arguing about something one time, and then I got to a point I was like, "Wait, but you're agreeing with me?" He's like, "Wait, you want to just sit around and agree for an hour?" I was like, "Yeah, you're right. Let's keep arguing."
Yeah.
What's the last Marvel movie that you saw? / what's the last Marvel movie that you liked? Do you like any of them? Have you seen any of them?
I think the only one I saw, and I'm not even kidding, is Logan. Is that what it's called? The Wolverine.
First of all, that's not even a Marvel movie.
That's not MCU.
It's technically
bro.
not considered to
Fucking
be
idiot.
within the Marvel universe, which is hilarious.
Isn't Wolverine?
Wolverine is technically a Now I feel like a fucking nerd that I have to say.
Yeah.
Technically, Wolverine was done by Sony, right? Who own the rights separately, but it is still technically a Marvel comic. It's under the Marvel banner. It was released under Marvel originally.
Yeah, and the written word was a Marvel comic for sure.
Yes.
Yeah.
The Marvel comic universe that is existent now,
MCU.
the Marvel Cinematic Universe,
Yeah, not comic.
not comic. Technically, that's not part of it because it's from a separate studio, and they will now.
But now Disney owns all.
they
of
will
it.
now be making future. Like X-Men movies, like the next one is going to be Wolverine and Deadpool,
Deadpool,
are going to be
yeah.
together.
I don't think.
So if that's the last one that you've seen, you have not seen a single Marvel Cinematic Universe movie. So like,
I think I saw
which starts with
Deadpool.
Iron Man.
have you seen Iron Man?
No,
The original Iron Man?
No.
Because that's the first one.
I saw. Is Deadpool MCU?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Okay, I
Deadpool's
saw
in-
Deadpool
okay.
1.
kind of. It's almost not.
It's technically not, but now it is going to be. It's going to be incorporated into. The character Deadpool is going to be incorporated into.
Okay, so I don't think I've seen one then.
Okay, sick.
Well, so you're judging me and you haven't even seen him. What are
Yeah.
you, Martin Scorsese over here?
Martin Scorsese, huh?
Yeah, I'm on his side.
Oh, The
for sure.
Irishman? The
No.
Irishman?
I loved The
I
Irishman.
agree with
His new
him.
movie looks
I
sick.
Did you
agree
love
with-
The Irishman?
I did. I loved it.
I
I watched it like several
I
times.
only
I
liked
think
it.
we've done this a few times.
I know.
Our
You want
friend
to talk about
Tyler.
the most pretentious things I've ever said in my life was
What?
when I was yelling about The Irishman at somebody.
You said cinema?
I said time is a character in the movie. That's why it's so long, you idiot.
I know for sure.
And,
I know for sure that's not the most pretentious thing you said.
It's up there.
Tyler told me that it was.
I bet it was
better
music
than-
related. Whatever it was,
Yeah.
the most
Oh,
pretentious.
for sure.
Yeah, that's probably true.
Yeah.
Oh, the Beatles are good.
No. That's why I was insulted by you calling hippies pretentious. Because I like pretentious people. they
Yeah, maybe not pretentious, just fucking know-it-alls.
don't, no, they're not. They're
Yes,
like,
they are. Maybe we're
They're-
talking about different hippies.
They're like mansplainers, but about their own culture. Like they'll dig into like why you need to do drugs.
the
and
new
it's because
hippies are like
it's-
right wing. Like the vaccine,
Yeah.
like kind of made
Yeah,
them
you're
pivot right.
Yeah,
Good for
They're
them.
like that. They're like the health food right wingers now.
Well, they were
it's like
anti-vax
the atheist
before this
versions of
vax.
right wingers.
Yeah.
Well, since we're on the drug topic, I have one more story
Hit me
for
with
us.
it, and then let's get. The
Are
fart
y'all
outta here.
familiar with the guy
No.
that was selling? This is in Vancouver. We're jumping to the other side.
Okay.
I don't know why I'm on Canadian news.
That's how much you don't want other podcasts to be.
Yeah, only because
Yeah, I'm trying.
You're like reading the Greenland Times.
We were joking before when we walked in to do just stuff from our hometowns. We only do
Oh,
news
yeah.
stories about our hometowns.
Re-
Okay.
Real
sorry.
quick, I just checked in with my hometown news, Westbrook, Maine. I just because I wanted to see what was going on.
Yeah.
And somebody had just murdered somebody downtown. 2 people from Texas, of course, came to town.
Way
and
to
then there
go.
was a shootout. And then this
What were their names? No.
Bo and Brian.
Yeah, Bo and Bubba. But
Oh, the good guys. Good guys.
But they interview a guy who looks like my town is just destroyed by the opioid crisis since the 90s. It was
Yeah.
like one of the first spots. And this guy who looks so much like he's from my hometown. He's got a Tim Pool beanie on. And it's like not hot. It's hot out. He's got a fucking chain with a lock necklace on. Just looks like a fucking
Badass.
an oxy turned into a person. And he's like, yeah, I went
I'm a
outside.
real boy.
I heard some fucking shooting. He's on the news. I heard some fucking shooting. I was like, what the fuck's going on? And I was like, oh, fuck. They're shooting. And it's just all bleeping. You can barely make out what he's saying. And I was like, I didn't even need to check the news. It's
Yeah.
exactly how I left it in
That's
1998.
Assumed.
Anyway, go ahead.
Damn. Yeah, my small town has a newspaper. I think that's weekly that we should just start diving into.
I'm down.
We'll see. Yeah.
Yeah,
All
we
right.
have
Hit
the
me with
American
your other
Journal.
story.
I don't know if
Okay,
it's still
so
around.
we're going over Vancouver way, and did y'all hear about this guy that just opened up?
Yes, the-
obviously they have a really bad drug problem in Vancouver.
I already know the whole story.
So this guy
Did you
opened
hear
up.
it on a podcast?
Yeah, I heard.
He opened up a store selling drugs and got arrested like immediately. Like it was just like it was a small little tiny room that
He
he
had like a
just had.
sandwich board that said
Yeah.
all the drugs he
Yeah,
gets out.
and he sold,
a
and he was
charcuterie board.
supposedly selling clean drugs, and he was trying. The idea was like, everybody's dying of fentanyl. I'm gonna
Yeah.
sell clean drugs.
Well,
And as of July 1st, which I think this guy is doing something that should be done, and so I feel bad for this guy, but he died of an overdose this week.
damn.
So
Yeah, Canada is honestly like kind of years ahead of us in that category as far as like drug
Clean
addiction
needles
and
and
stuff like
stuff.
that. Yeah, they have.
Shooting galleries.
Yeah.
No, that's what they're called.
Yeah, but
literally.
basically areas where you can go and there are clean needles and you can shoot up in a clean environment.
but that's like Seattle and Portland.
They
we
also
have that.
right, but they also have like doctors there and like therapy
Yeah.
that you can access, and all of that is free, and that's you know
Can't get sober if you're dead. That's something. That's like a harm reduction
Yeah.
mantra.
Well, the other
is
thing
true.
was I think he was claiming he was sober, but you look at this guy and you're like,
Yeah.
you're not. I don't think you're sober.
No, I wouldn't think so.
I
But,
told you. Is that what you said when he died? Told you so.
yeah. I told you.
But yeah, I mean, I don't know what the right move is with the all the drug issues. Is full legalization the right move? I don't know.
Well, but then you get into like this another political conversation where it's like full legalization, but then we have to rely on the people that are regulating it we have to trust them that they're going to regulate it properly. It's like
Well, just
there's got to be
giving
some sort of
an extra couple billion to the pharmaceutical companies if it becomes legal. So, I mean, that's what legal weed has kind of done.
I mean,
I
I think
guess.
the real answer, which you can't really just do this, is kind of like fantasy talk, is you got to address all the situations that leads to drug addiction. I know.
Fucking idiot.
I know.
yeah.
What are you talking about, dude?
Talking about massive reinvestment into the infrastructure.
Well,
Why would we do that?
I know. It was just shut down.
before you're fully sober, right?
Every now and then I'll have weed.
Yeah, a little bit of
LA
weed. So
sober, they call
you're
it?
soft sober. What were you dabbling in at the worst of the worst when you were a punk rocker?
I liked, booze was my number one
Yeah.
guy, but there was cocaine, there was
but you were never fully addicted to like a heroin or like
no,
pills
I was,
or anything like
no,
that.
No. I ate a lot of pills.
Yeah, dabbled in it, but never.
No,
fully.
booze was the only thing I was addicted to.
Yeah.
Yeah,
What
I
about
did
you,
everything
Taylor?
else. I just partied.
Taylor got addicted to the pot and he's still hooked on it.
How many dabs you do today?
0. I just hit the bong before I left.
Nice.
Just hit the bong.
Just
I
a
am
bing
like
bong.
I've been thinking about that a lot lately, like what are like some addictions that I have or have acquired, and I'm much less addicted to pot than I thought, and I'm much more addicted to like weird shit like shopping or like stuff like that, like the gratification of wanting something
Yeah,
and then the
yeah.
relief of getting it.
That's food for me.
That, and I have food addictions as well. I'm really bad with food, but I've gotten to a point where I can sort of see those addictions and I can regulate them, but I know I can't 100% suppress them. So I have to find a way to live with them, and I feel lucky that it's not drugs and it's not obviously not booze. I don't drink at all. But
I saw you had
those sort of-
have a White Claw not too long ago. Busted.
it was a Red Bull. But like I
With
see those
vodka.
things, so yeah. No, I can't.
What do they
drink.
call those? Red
Even
Bull
if I
and
want to
vodka?
drink.
I think they call it a Red Bull and vodka.
You're thinking of a Jaeger bomb, which is
No, I'm
Jaeger and
not.
Red Bull.
I know.
No, I don't even know what drinks.
A
they do
Jaeger
with
bomb
Red Bull.
isn't Red Bull and Jaeger.
No.
Isn't it?
It's
No,
beer.
it's beer. You drop Jaeger into
Wait,
a.
what is
beer.
because Jaeger and Red Bull is like a famous like.
It's not a Jaeger bomb, but I think they call that Jaeger and Red Bull.
Okay.
His ears got a laugh. What the fuck?
Because it was informed.
Yeah.
by
His
the
had the
room.
cadence
I
of a
came
joke.
around.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You. Fuck you.
I'll laugh at cadence before I'll laugh at punchline.
If the AC wasn't on and this just happened, oof, I'd be dead. He'd be bashing me with my own microphone.
We're gonna have to pat him down to make sure he doesn't bring any weapons in here next time.
By the way, Kevin Spacey just claimed in court today that he did not grab a man's genitals while he was driving because he was not on a suicide mission. And his defense was, I'm a big flirt. We had a good time.
Yeah.
I'm Team Spacey. I don't
Kevin
care.
Spacey
'Cause of
came
Houston?
when I
That's what they should have named the Texans.
the Spaceys. The Spaceys.
The Spacey Wacies.
Oh fuck.
Houston Spacey Wacy.
Nah, dude, he came
Down
to
27.
Kevin-
Houston Spaceys. Take the field.
Kevin Spacey came to Charleston, South Carolina, when I was in college to shoot something.
Oh, you were prime.
And there was
Actually,
like
no, you were too old.
there was a story of him like hitting on a bunch of dudes. It was like just this known thing that he was like
Yeah, that's not the problem.
aggressive
College age.
about.
That's fine.
Well, no, but it's like
Yeah.
we saw the rumblings
Famously
of what he was
horny.
doing behind.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I watched Seven the other day. He's in that.
Yeah.
It was weird seeing him because you don't see him anymore, so you have to watch
Yeah.
an older movie to see him. And
Yeah, I
You
feel
have to if you need to
Yeah,
get your fix.
I'm
Yeah, I
sitting
needed it.
around thinking that I haven't
was thinking
seen
about
Kevin
Houston
Spacey in a
football.
while.
Ground control to Kevin Spacey.
Yeah,
All
I
right,
think,
guys.
I think,
like, can we,
Okay, yeah, I
let's get
think-
the fuck out of
I
here.
think we're done.
You want to hit them with your
Let's
socials?
open this pit.
No, I'm good.
Open it up. Circle pit.
All right.
Bo's Backyard Burger.
Yeah, actually, we do have an event.
Yeah, you do have something coming up,
Yeah,
right?
we do have an event.
Bo's Backyard Burgers
Yeah,
on Instagram.
if you're interested, we're doing a little event the 29th. Look at Bo's Backyard Burgers LA, or look at Bone Thugs and eHarmony. I haven't posted anything about it yet, but it'll be the 29th.
Saturday the 29th?
I believe so.
That's when fucking Errol Spence Jr. takes on Terrence Crawford in the greatest welterweight fight in 40 years.
That's why we did it that day.
Yep.
So you can get a burger and watch a
I'm going to be losing my mind.
boxing fight.
Turn the air conditioner on. It'll help.
Oh, fuck, dude. Yeah. Yeah, if I don't have the AC, people will die. I'm going to be shadow boxing for the entire fight. All 12
Yeah,
rounds.
that sounds right. Anytime I'm watching MMA and I stand up and start shadowboxing, my girlfriend's like, "All right, we gotta everybody move the table."
Yeah.
Starts to get wild. I feel that. Do you have any shows or anything coming up?
July 29th, Terrence Crawford versus Errol
That's-
Spence. Yeah, no, I got a bunch of headlining dates, a bunch of club headlining dates. Just go to brianvokey.com. They're not up there yet, but now that I've said this, I'll put them up there.
Hell yeah. All right, and hopefully we will be on more of a regular schedule. No
Yeah,
more
we never really
spacies. No more big spacies
We
between.
we didn't really
episodes.
introduce it as like
Who cares? We're
this
we're
this is
back.
our
People are
comeback.
gonna
Yeah,
see
we're back.
it.
We're back.
We're
such
back.
such a structure boy.
I got long hair now.
You got long hair. I got short hair.
I
again.
grew my pubes out.
Fuck yeah, dude.
Yeah.
We'll get those on
I'm
camera.
going to get them dreaded.
That's pretty sick. I like it.
Well,
No
follow
comment.
follow my
I know how much you
Instagram
hate hippies.
at Rizzo on
Fucking
Instagram.
hate hippies.
What's our what's wrong with me podcast on the YouTube?
What were
which
you
you're
going to
watching
say?
on here.
Get it?
Yeah,
What's
I almost
wrong-
said Getting Dug with High, which is
Oh.
my next promo. Getting Dug with High on patreon.com/gettingdug. We do episodes on there every Tuesday. It is $4.20 a month. We are always also putting the first 10 minutes of every episode up on YouTube, so check that out. Yeah, we will be back next week, hopefully.
Yeah.
Let's get out of here. All right.